Good to see you, class. This is Harshi, your SST mentor. Today I am taking up chapter number 15, Our Rights and Duties of your course book, Time Travelers Acknowledged series by Amit Publishing House. As we do, this is the get ready activity. You need to identify this statue. This statue is of the great scholar of India. He is called the father of Indian Constitution, right? So write a short note about him, right? He is the father of Indian Constitution, and his name is Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. Yes, Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar is known as father of Indian Constitution, right? So he was born in 1891 in MP, right, Madhya Pradesh, and he did his doctorate in economics stream from Columbia University, right? And he was also awarded with the Bharat Ratna in 1990. So that's all about him. You can know or Google more to know about him, and he is known the father of Indian Constitution. So let's begin the chapter, kids. India has the world's longest written constitution. Yes, it is the world's longest constitution India has, right? The set of rules according to which the government governs the country is known as constitution. Now, the meaning of constitution is the laws that is written in a book, right? Laws that is written and how the government will rule our country, right? We have studied about the central government, the state government, right? How the government will rule our country, right? And govern our country. All the rules are defined in this book, and this is called the Constitution of India. And who is the father of the Constitution of our India? Is we have seen in the earlier slide, earlier page, Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar is known as the father of Constitution of India, right? Now our Constitution of India was drafted by the Constituent Assembly. The number of people were part of this assembly, right? So, Constituent Assembly who wrote the rules and regulation of India under the chairmanship of Dr. Bhim Rao Ramaji Ambedkar. His full name was Dr. Bhim Rao Ramaji Ambedkar. He was the chairperson of this Constituent Assembly who wrote our Constitution, right? It was adopted on 26th January 1950. That is why we all celebrate Republic Day, because on 26th January 1950, our Constitution of India was in force, right? When India became a republic, this day is celebrated as our Republic Day, and Republic Day is the national festival of India. The power of government, the right and duties of the people of India are written down in the Constitution. Now, what all things have been written down? The empowerment that government has, the laws and the duties of the citizens of India are also mentioned. It is not only that the government has power and the government is governing the country. Our moral responsibilities towards our nation is also the part of our Indian Constitution, right? The preamble. Now, what is preamble? Preamble is the first page of the book, which is called the introduction, right? You also have introduction page in your book, and on which the who wrote this book and who is the publisher, what is about this book. So many things are written on the first page of the book. So preamble is an introduction of the Constitution. I'll show you the picture also of preamble. It states the aims and purpose of the Constitution, means the book. What is the aim of writing the Constitution book, and what is the purpose of writing this book is also written on the preamble of this book. The preamble states that India is a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. Yes, our country is known as democratic country, secular, socialist and sovereign. Now what these terms means, we will study in detail. Now what is sovereign? It means a country is independent. We are free. No one else can rule us except the Indian citizen, the citizen of India, right? Like in earlier, Britishers ruled on us, right? So it means the country is independent and governed by its own people. Own people means the people who are the part of India, means citizens of India. Have you understood, kids? What does it mean, sovereign? Sovereign means the India is independent and only Indian can rule us, right? Now next is socialist. Now what does it mean, socialist? It means government should try to reduce what? Socio-economic inequalities, means in our country lot many people are there who are socially or economically higher, right? And some are below the poverty line. So government should take some steps to improve their social and economic inequalities, right? They need to fill the gap. Now secular, what does this mean, secular? There is no official religion. Sorry. There is no official religion. The people who are staying in India, there is no official religion. You are free to adopt any religion, can be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, Jain, whatever you like. You are free to adopt any religion and to follow any religion. So government treats all the religions equally. They will not differentiate between the religions, right? So government will treat all the religions how? Equally, right? Equal respect the government will give. So you are free to follow any religion of your choice. That is why India is called a secular country. Next is democratic. People enjoy equal political rights, and they elect the government which runs the country. Every single citizen of India who is above the age of, above the age of 18 years can cast the vote. Despite of any caste, any religion, any creed, doesn't make any difference, right? So elect the government which runs the country according to the rules that are given in Constitution of India. So India is a democratic country. People enjoy equal political rights. Every person, every individual has the same right as I have and your parents have and my parents have. Every citizen of India has equal rights, right? and we cast the vote and we elect the government, and government runs according to the Constitution of India or law made by the Constitution Assembly, right? So, republic means the head of the state is elected by the people, right? We elect or we cast the vote and we elect the government, right? So, this is the picture of preamble. As I told you, this is the introduction of a book, introduction page, right? So, you can see this. This is the, here the Constitution of India is written and some lines are written, right? Equality, justice, liberty, fraternity, right? So many things are written. So this is the preamble of our Constitution book, right? Hey, where aim and purpose is also written. Now, 6 fundamental rights. Each individual or every citizen of India has 6 fundamental rights that are defined in the Constitution book, right? So, first is right to equality. Equality means सब बराबर हैं. All citizens, irrespective of their religion, caste, gender, race and place of birth, are equal before the law. Means no discrimination is there according to the caste, according to the genders, according to the religions, right? Every citizen means Indian is like has this right, that is right to equality. Everyone has the same right despite of any religion, gender, any no caste discrimination, right? So all are equal. Now next is right to freedom. Freedom means we all are free. We all are free to what? We all are free to speak, to live and to travel. Whatever language we are free to adopt, right? There is no language barrier. There is no barrier that you cannot move in India from one place to another. You can stay here. Sometimes you are in Delhi, you can shift to Bombay, right? You can shift to Uttarakhand, you can shift to Madhya Pradesh. No barrier. You can shift in entire India of your choice. You are free to travel. You are free to stay. You are free to live in any part of India. You are free to speak any language of your choice within the country and choose any profession to earn the money or your living, right? We need to earn money so that we can live comfortably, so we can opt any profession of our choice. So this right, the right of freedom is given by the Constitution of India to every citizen of India, right? So we all are free to speak any language of our choice. We all are free to stay in any part of the India, right, of our choice, and we are free to travel. We are free to opt any occupation, profession as per our choice or skills. Now next right that India Constitution gave us is right against exploitation. No person can be exploited or made to work without pay, right? This is the law that if we are working, so we will be getting amount against our work or salary or the payouts. This right also does not allow employment of children below 14 years, right? The children who are below the 14 years are not supposed to work. They should not be employed, right? Otherwise, the people who are employing these 14 years below the 14 years age of kids, right, he can be penalized for this work, right? So 14 years age is decided by the government or the Constitution of India that children who are below the 14 years age cannot work. So this is the right of what? This is the right of exploitation, against exploitation, right? We can go to the police and we can lodge the FIR against that person, and as per the law of India. Now next is right to freedom of religion. Every citizen can practice the religion of their choice. You are free to opt any religion of your choice. All religions are treated equally by the government of India, right? So you can opt any religion of your choice. Right to cultural and educational freedom. This right is also given by our government or our constitution. We can develop and preserve a culture or language. The law in particular protects the right of groups of people who are less in numbers, and these are called minorities, people who are less in numbers like tribals or some minorities people are there, so they are also given some extra benefits. Every citizen has right to study in any institution of India. So this is our right. Every citizen, you can choose the school and colleges of your choice. So every citizen of India has choice to study in any institution of India. So this is right to culture and education freedom, right? Now, right to constitutional remedies. It also allows every citizen to move court if any of their rights are being denied. Any right you see that you are not getting the benefits of that right, you can directly go to the court and you can take action against that person. Even government also has to follow these rules which is written, or the rights that are given to all citizens. And the leaders of or the government is also these people are also the part of India. They are also Indian citizens. So these rules or these rights are applicable to them, right? So, or allow every citizen to move court if any right are being denied, right? A child working at tea stall, is it good? Can you see the age? You can guess. He might be 12 years or 13 years old, right? So he is working. So as per the Constitution of India, right, a children below the age of 14 years should not be employed anywhere, right? And sometimes some children are going to school, right? Every children of India can opt the school of their choice, right? Now, directive principle of state policy. Our constitution also lays down certain guidelines for government to follow in policy making to ensure welfare of the people. Why government is there? Can you tell me why government is there? Why we elect the people, right? We elect so that they can work for the betterment of us, right? For the welfare of us. So the policies the government is making to ensure the welfare of the people. These are known as directive principle of state policy, right? Let's see what all principles are there. First, to secure living wage for a decent standard of life, right? What government does, kids? Government finalize some payouts so that living wages means the amount they are deciding that this amount must be given by the employer to the people who are working, so that to secure their living wage for a decent standard of life. Next is to promote economic and educational interest of the weaker section of the society, right? The people who are below the poverty line and people who are workers, or you'll say they are they are working on daily wages, right? So the government is also promote economic, means government is working for betterment of them, right? If the children will go to school, will study, and in future he can earn more money instead of he is doing the daily wages work, right? So they are promoting the people for educational interest, and they are also making some policies so that the weaker section, the people who are in this section, right, they are weak, so the government is working or making policies for them too. Provide free and compulsory education to children up to 14 years of age. Government is providing the free education to the children below the 14 years of age. Now, equal pay for equal work. This is again, you cannot, like you are working here and some people are paying different amount to one person and different amount to other person, right? So this is the practice which government is taking steps for it, right? Equal pay for equal work. Now, our fundamental duties, our duties being in a citizen of India, we also have some duties towards our nation, right? What all are these? Let's see. First, to safeguard public property, we should not like litter here and there. We should not draw or write on the national monuments, right? On the monuments, the wall of monuments, right? As what normally people do this, right? So, to safeguard the public property, we should not harm the public property, right? To defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so, to defend the country when there is an emergency in the country. So, this is our duty to defend our country, and we can render national services. National services means the defense department, and this is our responsibility. If there is an emergency, that we should render in the national services, right? Now, to protect and improve the national environment of the country, this is again our responsibility to protect the environment, to improve the natural environment, to improve and to protect the environment is the responsibility of each one of us, right? Now, to promote harmony and sense of brotherhood among the citizens of the country. Brotherhood, we all are brother and sister, right? To promote harmony and sense of brotherhood among the citizens of our country. This is our responsibility, right? To abide by the constitution, and we should follow what constitution says, and we should follow our duty. So, next is to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of country. Means integrity means we should follow some moral values, we should be honest, right? Unity should be united, right? So this is our duty to be morally correct. Parents and guardians must give educational opportunities to their children between the age of 6 to 14 years. This is the right of every child to get education. Even government is giving free education by the age of 14 years. So that's all for this chapter. The rights and the duties, the rights that Constitution gives us and the duties that we should follow being a citizen of India. So let's revise. The government of India governs on the basis of the rules mentioned in the Constitution, right? Government runs on the basis of the laws or the rules that are based or mentioned in the Constitution, right? The Constitution of India gives every citizen some fundamental rights. We have learnt about the 6 fundamental rights that is given by the Constitution. The fundamental duties mentioned in the Constitution are expected to be performed by every citizen of the country. Every citizen of the country must follow or perform their duties. The guidelines followed by the government to ensure the welfare of people are called directives, principle of state policies. So government needs to make the laws or policies for the welfare of the people. Parents and guardians must have educational opportunities to their children between the age of 6 to 14 years. Alright. So that's are the duties that are defined in the Constitution of India, right? So let's see the question answers. What is the Constitution? Write a note on the Constitution of India. Explain the fundamental rights that are given to us by the Constitution. Mention any 4 fundamental duties mentioned in the Constitution and what is the main objective of directive principle of state policies. We have already done an explanation part of the chapter, right? So this is your homework, kids. You need to do it on your own, right? So that's all for this chapter. I will catch you in the next class of SST. Till then, stay excited for the clamp of another video, kids. Bye. Take care.